If you are looking for the best Canon camera 2024, well, you're in the right place. We've dug deep and conducted extensive research, and now we're breaking down the absolute best Canon camera 2024. We're talking about the perfect balance between price and performance, tailored for different scenarios. If you're eager to find out which suits you best, don't go anywhere. Stick around till the end, because we've got all the links for the best prices in the description below. No specific order, just the top contenders in the game. Ready to dive into the world of best Canon camera 2024? Let's get started! Number 6. Canon EOS R7. The best Canon camera hobbyists can buy? Hitting the APS-C sweet spot, we think the EOS R7 is one of the top options in Canon's lineup for enthusiast shooters. In testing, its compact proportions made it a nice camera to use, with a reasonably chunky grip and accessible control layout. Yet, it also benefits from a generous feature set, while undercutting its full-frame cousins. Among the highlights is Canon's latest dual-pixel CMOS AF2 autofocus, which proved both rapid and reliably capable of keeping up with subjects. Electronic burst speeds of up to 30 FPS also make it a dream for sports and wildlife photography, with in-body image stabilization offering 8 stops of compensation when shooting handled. Overall, our real-world usage proved that the EOS R7 can produce lovely images in a wide range of conditions. Low-light results aren't quite on par with Canon's full-frame models, but it's hard to argue when you're getting such impressive versatility and value. That includes 2 UHS 2 card slots, an articulating touchscreen, and the ability to shoot uncropped 4K 60p video. All that's really holding the Canon EOS R7 back right now is a lack of native lenses. This is something that Canon will hopefully address if the RFS system becomes as popular as it should be. Number 5. Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III. The best compact Canon camera for vlogging, long popular with vloggers, Canon's G7X range has kicked it up a notch with its latest implementation. In our tests, we found the Mark III's 20.1TP 1-inch sensor to be very capable. It's also equipped with uncropped 4K video recording and a microphone socket, features requested on its compact cameras for a very long time. This means you can elevate the sound above and beyond the internal mic's offering, a feature we found particularly useful during our vlogging tests. Impressively, the G7X3 can stream directly to YouTube, so you can live vlog whatever's happening around you, without having to downgrade to using your smartphone. USB charging is another great feature, which means you can give it power bursts on the go, which is particularly helpful if you've been shooting a lot of 4K video. With a mic input, YouTube live streaming support, and a 1-inch sensor that shoots 4K, the Mark III is made for video. Although it's small, the well-built G7X Mark III benefits from good handling and 4 physical control dials. Video focus means the G7X Mark III skips the viewfinder in favor of a responsive flip-up touchscreen. Image and video quality is generally very good, but the G7X Mark III's metering system frequently overexposes. Number 4. Canon EOS 1DX Mark III. The best flagship Canon DSLR, think of a superlative, and it probably describes the Canon 1DX Mark III. A flagship sports DSLR in every sense. Canon packed this full-framer so full of performance that it automatically earns a spot on this list. There are 2 reasons why it's so far down its mirrorless equivalent, the Canon EOS R3, and the fact that its power and price tag make it too much camera for most people. Physically, the 1DX Mark III is the same size as its predecessor, but 90 green lighter and just as ergonomic. 2 new smart controllers also make it a cinch to operate, courtesy of optical sensors that let you navigate focus points with the lightest swipe of your thumb. Its Digic X processing chip is 3 times quicker than the one in the 1DX Mark II. In our tests, we found that this worked very nicely alongside the redesigned sensor to deliver impressive 4K video at 50 FPS, blistering continuous frame rates, and an almost unlimited buffer. Then there's the autofocus. Driven by deep learning for subject recognition and detection, it proved supremely fast and infallibly accurate in our review, rivaling the very best mirrorless models. It's supremely capable and can comfortably outgun almost all the competition, mirrorless or DSLR. Packed with features and stacked with performance, the EOS 1DX Mark III is superlative in every way. Number 3. Canon EOS 5D Mark IV, the best feature-packed Canon DSLR overall. Canon's 5D range continues to be popular among traditionalists. And for good reason. These high-spec DSLRs offer a huge number of features in a body that handles superbly. Here we have an excellent 30.4 MP sensor, which, although lower in resolution than the likes of the Nikon D850, still gives you plenty of scope to create fantastic shots in a range of conditions. Our tests also found that the 61-point AF system performed well in low light and was also impressively quick, if not quite up to the standard of the latest mirrorless models. 4K video recording is available, but this being a slightly older model, it's limited to 30p. Although autofocusing is whip-smart, the 5D Mark IV can only manage 7 FPS burst shooting, which puts it behind many newer models. But if you're shooting landscapes, portraits, still life, in short, anything which doesn't move too quickly, you'll find it an excellent photographic companion. Improved in every way, the Mark IV is one of the most well-rounded and complete DSLR cameras we've tested. Dual Pixel AF is a huge upgrade from the 5D Mark III with instantaneous focusing and excellent tracking. Number 2. Canon EOS R10, the best budget Canon camera. If you can look past the old-school sensor, we think Canon's EOS R10 is one of the best entry-level mirrorless cameras for beginners. Fitted with Canon's powerful Digic X chip, it also benefits from truly modern autofocus abilities. In testing, the processor and AF tracking together proved remarkably powerful. Continuous shooting speeds of 15 FPS with the mechanical shutter also mean the EOS R10 is a winner if you want to experiment with action photography. With dual control dials and a dedicated AF joystick, we found that the EOS R10 made it straightforward for learners to get hands-on with creative shooting. Its lightweight body will also feel comfortably familiar for anyone coming from a DSLR, with the articulating touchscreen making it an easy switch for smartphone photographers. Low light abilities are limited by the lack of in-body image stabilization, but image quality still proved decent during our tests, with plenty of detail hiding in the shadows. Video skills are solid too, with 4K footage oversampled at 30 FPS. Provided Canon comes out with more native APS-C lenses to grow with, the R10 hits the top spot for beginners. Number 1. Canon EOS R5, the best Canon camera for most people. There's a heck of a lot to like about the Canon EOS R5, particularly if you're a stills photographer. In fact, we'd say that there's never been a better Canon camera for those who shoot a wide range of photography. We've spent a lot of time with the EOS R5 since it launched, and our tests have consistently found it to have fantastic image quality, seriously impressive autofocus, and decent battery life. We're also big fans of the body design, which combines a responsive touchscreen with a superb electronic viewfinder. It might have the headline-grabbing spec of 8K video, but the picture is a little less clear for videographers. The EOS R5's overheating restrictions are likely to put off those who shoot lengthy clips. Interviews, for example. We've tested the EOS R5's latest firmware though, and didn't get any overheating warnings when shooting a short film in 32-degree temperatures, so it's certainly a very capable video camera for most people. Canon clearly went all out on the EOS R5, and it's close to being the perfect Canon camera for hybrid shooters. However, that comes at a cost. The EOS R5 has a high asking price, but if you're keen on the brand, then it may be worth paying.